So coming in 11.0.7, we have this achievement, You Shall Not Pass. This is our first meta achievement for the War Within, and you can complete a lot of these achievements already before the patch even releases. In this video, I'm going to cover 16 of the kind of more random achievements that you might not have picked up yet or you might have missed, and it's going to have all the information you need to grab all of those in the video. Some of these achievements are time gated as well, so it makes sense to get them done early. And when the new patch releases, there will be a bunch of new achievements which are not accessible now, which you will want to focus on then, so it makes sense to get these done now. Before we jump in, just a heads up as well that there is a few different add-ons I will be using throughout, which is TomTom and the Paste NG add-on. Now, you don't have to get these. I will show all of the coordinates and locations on the maps within the video, so it's up to you whether you want to use that, but the coordinates will be in the description of the video as well, which will make your life a lot easier when trying to find and do a lot of these achievements. So starting off in the Ringing Deeps, we have 4 achievements to pick up here. All of these achievements involve flying all over the zone, interacting with different objects. I'll go through each one of them individually, but bear in mind if you're using coordinates with TomTom, you can input them all at once and get all 4 done at the same time. And this will be the same throughout the different zones as well, as there's a few different kind of collecting achievements that we need to get. So I'd recommend doing them all at the same time in each zone. The first achievement is Notable Machines. For this one, we need to fly around the zone, interacting with pieces of paper or reading them. Here they are on the map, and remember the coordinates are in the description down below with all of these and the rest of the items to find in this video for the other zones as well. They'll all be in that description below. If you can't see any of these, remember to always look above you as well. There's definitely a few where you'll have this happen. The next achievement is Not So Quick Fix. For this one, we need to interact with 6 different consoles around the Ringing Deeps. They look like the ones on the screen here, and here they all are on the map as well. You just need to head to each of these and interact with them all to get this achievement. The next one is To All the Slimes I Love. For this one, the coordinates are the places I found each one of them, but some of them are in many different locations. I also linked a macro in the description which you can create as well. But when doing this, try to pay attention to which one you're looking for at that specific location, because there might be a few different ones in the same spot, and the macro just takes them in like a listed order. So if one of the ones higher up in the list is nearby, it's going to always ping to that one when you're targeting it. So pay attention to which one you need to find, and you might have to manually look for it and target it, and then type /love to get that achievement as well. There's a total of 18 of these all over the map, as you can see here. The next one, Rocked to Sleep. We need to travel across the zone again, interacting with these 10 different plaques of inert earthen. Here they all are on the map as well, and that is our last achievement in the Ringing Deeps. Next, over to Hallowfall. This is where we're going to have our first time-gated achievement, Lost and Found. For this one, we need to hand over some lost mementos to the people of Hallowfall. If you completed Lore Master in the past, you may even have some of these items in your bags that you never kind of used before. That's at least what happened to me. Basically, over here in Hallowfall, this NPC is going to give us a quest to find some lost mementos, and then after completing that quest, you'll be given 3 different items. You need to then travel across Hallowfall and give these items back to their kind of original owner. If you deleted any of the items, like you might have if they were just sitting in your bags and you didn't know what they were for, you can also get them back from clicking on this bag beside the main NPC here. And there are 3 versions of this quest, each one time gated by a week. So you'll need 3 weeks to complete all of them and to get the 9 items total to hand over. If you have done Lore Master though, you'll have done week 1 already, as that's part of the Lore Master achievement for Hallowfall. So you'll be on week 2 already, so then you've just got 2 weeks to go. So on the map here is the week 1 quest up at the top, and then the 3 item hand-in locations, so you can go and hand those items to their respective owner. Week 2 here we have the quest, and then the 3 new items as well, and where to hand those in. And then finally week 3 and the last 3 items and their hand-in locations. Bear in mind you can hand them all in at the same time. You don't have to do it each week. so you can kind of just spend 3 weeks completing the quest and then go and hand in all 9 at once to get the achievement. And you may even have some sitting in your bags already, so have a look for those. So after you've handed in all 9 of those, you will get this achievement. Next we have the Biblo Archivist. This one has us travel across Hallowfall reading 11 different books, or even I think we loot 11 different books. Bear in mind, the same as I mentioned before, if you input all the waypoints for this zone and pick them up all together, it will be faster. Here are the locations of each book on the map. Nice, and whilst doing this one, I would also recommend doing this next achievement as well, the Missing Lynx. This one is to pet 14 lynxes throughout Hallowfall. Here they all are on the map. Quite a few of them are like 2 in 1 building, so I've put that on the screen here as well. Bear in mind that these ones on the map here need you to have the large key flame of this area lit, and then one of the lesser key flames lit for one of these lynxes to appear as well. Next we have the Children's Entertainer achievement. You'll probably have done some of these due to the world quest that's here, as well as it being part of the main campaign quest as well. So you should have some of the easier ones here ticked off. So I'm just going to go over the ones that you maybe haven't got ticked off, at least the ones I hadn't done. If you have any issues with this, just comment below as well. So for who is scariest, you need to head upstairs and talk to the kids on the top floor, and then just choose, I think, either of the options and you should get that one complete. Then the floor is undersea. You need to do this jumping puzzle along the fence to the other end and interact with the kid for that one. So for the challenge modes of both this one, the floor is undersea, and the hide and seek one, it needs to be during the world quest. It cannot be when you're doing the main campaign. So these ones are the ones most likely people have not done. So for the challenge mode, the floor is undersea. Basically follow my route in the video and prepare to get frustrated. It is pretty satisfying though when you get to the end, same as any jumping puzzle game, I guess. And then hide and seek, this one he's around the back of the orphanage, or at least he was for me. You'll notice the kind of bar at the bottom increasing as you get closer. And then the final one for this achievement, assuming you've done all the others, is the challenge mode of hide and seek. For this one, he's now running around and he's stealthed. So you'll maybe sometimes notice that bar go up and then come back down because he's running away from you basically. So I headed over kind of to this path on the other side of the fountain, and he eventually ran past and I managed to click on him. You guys could try that as well. The next one, which also involves some of the kind of children's games at the orphanage, is Mereldar Menace. For this one, we need to use the throwing rock on the floor in a few different locations and throw it at specific things. The one beside the orphanage allows us to hit the orphanage window, the notice board, the food stall, the fountain, and the spice stall. So I'm showing you all of those on screen, and you basically need to aim it in the same spot that I hit it, and you will get this voice line after you've successfully hit it and gotten that progress for the achievement. Next we move over to the rock up here near the barracks, and we need to hit the barracks doorway, the light and flame, the lamplighter doorway as well, and then finally this rock over here, the final rock we need, and we can hit the airship drafting board and the holy oil as well. Okay, and then moving over into Azj-Kahet, we are doing another time-gated achievement, which I want you guys to be aware of here, which you might have already unlocked already, but I have not done it yet. So this one is called Worm Theory. It's basically, for this achievement, we need to complete 3 different world quests. So this means you just need to get those world quests when they're available. If you miss them, then you might need to wait another week or 2. You can see them on screen here, the 3 different ones you need, and each one of these is either in the Wormlands or Rakush. Is that how you say it? Rakush? The next achievement is called the Unseeming. Probably used to getting the stacking debuff of the Unseeming for the world quest over in this area of Azj-Kahet. Basically though, you only have to go to 50 for the world quest, but now we need to go to 100 for the achievement. All you need to do is keep clicking and destroying these kind of, I don't know, orby things, the red orb things. And that's going to give you like 5 stacks per one of them. And careful not to click on the harmonizing instrument that you'll see in the same locations as those orbs, as that's going to remove all your stacks as well. But yeah, after you get up to 100, you're going to get that achievement done as well. The next 3 achievements involve flying all over the zone. But the first 2, you also need to have a potion active, which lasts for 10 minutes. It gives you a 10-minute buff, which you need to have active to be able to interact with the objects. So what I would recommend doing is doing these 2, the first 2 on screen here together, and then move on to the third one after you have completed the first 2, because you won't have time in that 10 minutes to get all 3 achievements done. You could just buy 2 potions as well if you want to make sure, so up to you guys. But one is enough to complete the first 2 achievements that need the potion. So for Bookworm and Smelling History, we do need to have that buff active. We can buy it from Sizebarg over here in the City of Threads in the kind of alchemy room. You can purchase that potion from him that I've got on screen here. Once you have that active, you can fly around the City of Threads. First of all, ticking off all of the Smelling History objects which are on the map here. Then you need to head to the Wormlands up here to get the 3 Bookworm items, and I believe most of them are, or all 3 of them are in that kind of central like burrow. One of them is on the outside and 2 kind of inside as well. Then flying north from there, you'll get to the final 4 Ethos of War objects for Smelling History, and here they all are on the map in Azj-Kahet. You've got all the Bookworm items there, and those 4 Smelling History items a bit further north here as well. So once you've got all of those, and if you've done it in that 10 minutes, or whilst you've had the potion buff active, you will get those 2 achievements done. The final achievement in Azj-Kahet is Itsy Bitsy Spider. For this one, we need to wave at 6 of the different weave rats. For this achievement, I logged over to an alt which had never set foot in Azj-Kahet, just in case any progress could change the location. So let me know in the comments if you're having issues with this. There was some people commenting a lot on this on Wowhead that there was kind of a lot of bugs and stuff, but for me it was relatively straightforward. Maybe I got lucky, but if you're having issues, jump on an alt that's never stepped foot in Azj-Kahet and you should be able to follow what I've done here. So these are the locations I found them all at, and I will show them all individually as well. Ruma was linked to the rumor quests, like he was handing out the rumor quests, and I found him in a few different locations. So if you're struggling with this one, make sure you're on one of the weekly packed quests so that the rumors become available, and you can fly around looking for those until you find one where he is giving it out. Webster as well, he was in 2 different locations, one over by the entrance of Narubar Palace, and the other one in the Weaver's Lair, just when you kind of enter the Weaver's Lair from the portal from Dornogal. And then finally, Spindle was in Dornogal on the side of this pillar as well. I hope that's the same for everyone, but it seems to be relatively easy. You just need to /wave at each one of those and you will get that achievement. And us coming back to Dornogal for Spindle is fitting, as our next achievement is in Dornogal. It is Flat Earthen. Basically, you just need to head into the Forge grounds and get flattened by this big flattening thing. Maybe you've done this already by accident, or you knew this was an achievement and you've gotten that one done already. Then our only achievement in the Isle of Dorn will be over at the theatre area. This one is called a Star of Dorn, and it will require you to be renowned 21 with the Council of Dornogal to fully unlock this achievement. Basically, probably a lot of people are around 21 with the Council of Dornogal by now, but you maybe haven't got this achievement unlocked, because all you need to do is come here and then accept and complete each one of these quests here, kind of behind the person that gives the theater quest, and you will get this achievement as well. Nice! So how many of these achievements did you guys have already, and how many did you not have and you've just managed to get in between your Mythic Plus queues, and that's going to get you a bit closer to that meta achievement coming in the next patch. I wonder what everyone's thoughts are on the meta mount being available now. Obviously, we had this in Shadowlands and in Dragonflight, and both of those came out right at the end of the expansion, and this seems really early to be able to get access to this one already. With 11.1 and hopefully 11.2, you'd imagine that there's new zones coming with those as well. Or even just, yeah, with both of them, I'd imagine. That was like our Zaralet Cavern and our Emerald Dream in Dragonflight. Both of those probably come with a lot more things and new mounts for the meta as well. So maybe this meta achievement will be not the kind of final one for the expansion, but we'll get multiple, which kind of this one achievement is a part of those ones later, I suppose is how they're going to do it. Means that people won't have so many achievements to do right at the end of the expansion when it's not current content. So I guess this way of doing it probably makes more sense, gradually staggering it out like this. So let me know what you guys think. Does that make sense what they're doing there? You know, they've talked about like Midnight coming out a lot sooner. Does that mean we're not going to get an 11.2? Surely not. So yeah, let's see. Also, I wanted to apologize for not releasing a leveling video. I mentioned in my previous 2 videos, I think, that I was going to be releasing a leveling guide, but I kind of started it and tried to put something together, and I didn't have really anything very interesting to bring to you guys, so I just gave up on that. So sorry about that if you were waiting for it. I'll probably do one in the future if I can figure out a way to do it better. But as always, guys, peace!